Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. So for this week's proposal, we are going to be doing Lab 5. I hope you all have watched the video for the proposal. So you'd go under your section, go under course resources, scroll down, and you should see Lab 5 proposal. Watch the video and the professor's going to go over the PowerPoint. There is one thing I do want to address. So if you've noticed in the PowerPoint, we are going through a series of 4 reactions. Reaction 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if you notice in reactions 1 through 3, there are some reagents that have an unknown amount, whether it's in grams or milliliters. You actually have to calculate those values yourself. So you have to calculate, for reaction 1, you add 1.25 grams of aluminum foil. How much potassium hydroxide in a 10% excess would you need to get this reaction going? So you're going to go to LabFlow and go down to Lab 5. There is a tab here that says Lab 5 Quantity Check. Click on it. Yes, I did attempt the quiz 4 times. It's okay. So when you click on that, it will give you a series of questions so you could calculate how much potassium hydroxide we will need. How much potassium hydroxide would we need for a 10% excess? How many milliliters of water would we need to dilute the KOH pellets? How much sulfuric acid we would need for reaction 2, and how much sulfuric acid we would need for reaction 3. So it says, assuming you start with 1.25 grams of pure aluminum, calculate the following. So in your proposal, I want to see the 4 reactions that we will be going through that are in the proposal, the PowerPoint, and also the values that you get from the quantity check as well. So for question 1, it says the amount of potassium hydroxide in grams needed to react with all the 1.25 grams of aluminum. And then this is the given reaction. So you're going to calculate in grams how much potassium hydroxide we would need that will react with the 1.25 grams of pure aluminum. Okay? And then if you noticed in the PowerPoint for the first reaction, it says how much potassium hydroxide in a 10 to 20% excess would we need to get the reaction going. That corresponds to question number 2. The amount of KOH needed in grams in reaction 1 if you want to have a 10% excess. So you're going to be performing the calculation, and whatever value you get for number 2, that goes right here. And I want to see that in your proposal. So I want to see specific amounts. So you're going to need 1.25 grams of aluminum, whatever value you get of potassium hydroxide, whatever amount of water you calculate to dissolve the KOH pellets. Because question 3 here says the amount of water in milliliters that will react with the aluminum and KOH. This will help dissolve the KOH pellets. Okay? Question 4. The amount in milliliters of 9 molar sulfuric acid for reaction 2 is needed. So when you go to the PowerPoint, go to reaction 2. It asks, how much sulfuric acid we need in milliliters for reaction 2. So go to LabFlow, perform the calculation. Whatever value you get is how much sulfuric acid you will add for reaction 2. And the same thing for reaction 3. Okay. I will post a video, hopefully by Friday, going over the calculations with you guys. I do want you to attempt to do them by yourself or with your partners, but I will help you later on. Hopefully this makes sense. You do have 4 attempts, or 4 tries, 2 attempts. And you will not be graded on this. The score will not go into Blackboard, so if you have to use all your attempts and all your tries, you may do so. But hopefully I have a video out by Friday going over the calculations. So again, in your proposal for Lab 5, I want to see specific quantities that you calculate from LabFlow, right? And if you have any questions, you can always email me. I will see you all next week.